Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, make sure you subscribe before you leave, and if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Today I'm going to be talking about my life doing my makeup. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching. This look is so fall. This is the look I've been doing every time I want, you know, to go somewhere. If you're someone who's subscribed but you haven't been seeing my videos, I've had people say my videos haven't been popping up, and I actually am subscribed to people whose videos don't pop up on my feed. So make sure you go check out my other videos at the end of this video if you missed them. Let's just get right into the video. First, I'm gonna zoom you guys in actually, because I feel like I got a comment from someone saying I should zoom in. So I'm zooming in. I wonder if this like plant is distracting. I feel like the plant needs to go. I still haven't figured out my filming setup, so for right now I'm just trying to like film different places and see like what I'm gonna do about that. But yeah, I'm gonna start off with some skincare. I'm gonna start off with this product by Fresh. It's the Vitamin Nectar Antioxidant Glow Water. It's a skin nutrition face mist with a vitamin fruit complex. I just needed some moisture. Yeah, I don't know what I want to talk about in this video. I feel like I just need to update you guys on my life. I think the last time I did a chit chat was right after I got married, and I watched that video back and like recently, and it's just so crazy because I feel like I've grown so much since then. Like, even though I've only been married for 4 months, it's crazy how things can change in just a few months. So I guess I can tell you guys about how that's been going. I'm gonna go with the Vitamin Nectar Moisture Glow Cream by Fresh. All these like Fresh products I've been using a lot of Fresh products because I just got a package from them, and everything from Fresh is just so nice. Do you guys see how like instantly that changed the color? Like, I feel like I was looking mad ashy when I came on camera. This stuff is thick though, so if you have like oily skin, I don't think this would work for you. I don't know. I don't have oily skin, so I can't talk, but like I have dry skin, and sometimes like if I'm not like careful, if you put too much, like this can kind of feel a little bit thick. I don't know. I really like it though. And I've been loving the Fresh essence, the black tea kombucha essence. Oh my God, it's so amazing. That's the only thing that was on my skin when I came on camera, so it just makes every other product you put on top of it like that much better. I'll list all the products that I'm using down below so I can just run my mouth. Pretty much my life has been so much like better, I guess, easier. A lot of you guys may not know this, but last year, well, you guys know, a lot of you guys know that last year I was commuting. But what you guys didn't know is that I was living with my mom at home, my sisters, and I was really unhappy. And prior to moving back home, I was living with some friends who unfortunately are no longer my friends, but you know, at the time we thought it was a good idea to live with our friends. If you're someone who's like new to college, you're a freshman or like whatever, don't live with your friends, okay? Just don't do it. Like, it's just a bad idea, okay? I actually kind of like the way this Milk Makeup foundation looks by itself, so I might just keep it at that. I really went through a deep depression, I think, and it was around the same time that I met Adam, and I was going through this depression, and I honestly think that like it was meant for us to meet when we did, or get to know each other when we did, because we had already met. But like I was in the process of losing friends, and if you guys have any like people in your life who may not be the best or maybe a little bit toxic, you know that it's really difficult going through that stage. Like, everyone's always talking about like get rid of toxic people, like you need to cut people off, but it's honestly like the process of cutting someone off, especially someone who you care about and you may even love, you know, as a friend, is really not that easy. I was going through a process of kind of, not, I wouldn't say cutting people off, but kind of cutting people off and removing myself from unhealthy situations. Me and Adam started getting closer, and we became like really close friends around the time that I was losing friends. I don't want to sound super cheesy, but I think God like intended for us to become friends when I was losing friends, because I think what I needed most of all was a friend, and that's what, you know, Adam was for me. He was really a good friend. He was always there for me. I think he could tell that I was a little bit unhappy but he was someone that always made me happy, and he always made it like, I don't know, he was there is what I'm trying to say. So I don't even know what my point was. Oh yeah, so yeah, like after I moved out of that unhealthy situation, I moved back home because I really didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know if I wanted to get my own place. I actually tried to get my own place, and no, I tried to get a place with my other friend, who's more like a sister, so I don't count her in the whole like don't live with your friends thing. She's more like a sister. But yeah, so I moved back home, and living at home is cool until it's not. Like, my siblings are irritating. I have 3 younger sisters who are all teenagers now, and you know, if you're living in an all-girl teenage household, you know, it's not always fun. It is fun sometimes, you know, but then it's also not. So yeah, I think I was really depressed like last year, the year before last year, but also last year. I just was really not happy. I really didn't like commuting to school. I was really unhappy with the way my grades were, and I felt like I was, you know, being a bad student, but also being a bad influencer or content creator, whatever you want to call what I do. There's so many different names for it. I felt like I was just kind of failing at everything, and I would beat myself up a lot. And I say all this to say, now that I am in a much happier situation, you know, I live with my best friend now, and I am closer to school, so you know, I'm not as stressed about getting to school. I can really focus a lot more on learning. Yeah, like I just feel like a lot happier. And the other day I think I was just honestly not even doing anything. I just was thinking like, wow, I'm so much I was never this happy last year. And I feel like it's changed, like just me moving in and getting married has changed so much. Like, for example, last year, one thing that would happen to me a lot is I would get migraines. I would get migraines, like terrible ones. I would have to turn all the lights out and not even like move. Like my head would pound, every light would hurt. I would get night blindness. This would happen to me almost every day. I would get a migraine, especially if I was wearing makeup. If I was wearing makeup and like, you know, working on stuff and like, you know, doing a lot, looking at my phone a lot, I'd be editing pictures on my phone. Like if I was looking at screens, I would get terrible migraines. I noticed that like now I don't really get migraines anymore. I get the occasional migraine. Like I got one like the other day and I was like, whoa, this is weird. I haven't had a migraine in so long. And yeah, so I don't know if I'm crazy, but I feel like me moving in with Adam and kind of letting myself transition and, you know, let go some like unhealthy things, unhealthy thoughts. You know, I wasn't always the kindest to myself. I feel like I'm a lot kinder to myself. I don't know, I just feel like since we got married, even though things weren't perfect, I think things are getting better, and I'm really, really happy about it. Like, I think me and Adam are both happier. Ooh. Having your own space is really taken for granted. It was a little bit of a rocky start. If you go watch my first video after we first got married, you can kind of tell my voice and my face, like I was kind of going through it. I won't say I was depressed, but I definitely was in like a weird transition. It takes me a while to like get comfortable around new surroundings, and I'm someone who, like, growing up, me and my family, we moved like every year almost. So I never grew up in one place, in one house. I mean, I grew up in the same city, but not the same house. And every time we moved, it was always like such a weird transition for me. I don't know. And I never talked about it to anyone, I don't think. So yeah, moving here was even more weird because I wasn't with my family. It was just, yeah. But now I feel so much more comfortable. One thing that I definitely feel like I don't talk about enough on my channel is anxiety. I just recently started talking about my anxiety just because I feel like every time I talk about it, someone else like comes to me and they're like, wow, I'm going through the same thing. And so I feel like it's important to talk about stuff like that because mental health is just so underrated, and anxiety is something that really controls my life still. It's really bad. I haven't gone to any doctors yet, or I haven't really talked to anyone like professionally about it. I intend to soon. I just have been really busy, but anxiety is something that really controls my life. Unfortunately, a big part of it is me allowing it to control my life. But if anyone out there has anxiety, then you know, like, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking like random heart palpitation. Is it palpitations? Palpitations? Heart palpitations. It is a palpitation. Okay, abnormal heartbeat. I didn't know, that sounded really wrong. Palpitation sounds wrong, but I think it's palpitation. I've had anxiety my whole life growing up. Like when I was little, I used to be sitting there watching TV, and this still happens to me. Be sitting there watching TV, and then all of a sudden my heart starts beating super fast, like the way your heart beats when you know you're about to get in trouble, or the way your heart beats when you're nervous and you're talking in front of a group of people, or the way your heart beats when you just like go for a run, like that. And it's honestly wild. I don't know how to describe it. If you're someone who gets these, then you know, but like, it's not fun. And it still happens to me. I can't control when it happens. I've become such a nervous flyer. Every time I get on an airplane, I freak out. And thankfully, I usually have someone with me, so it's not all that bad. It's getting better. I'm definitely learning to like control my anxiety more, but so bad. Like every time I had to fly, I'd be freaked out. Living with anxiety is not fun. And I think when me and Adam moved in, I definitely felt it a lot. Like a few months ago, something happened in my neighborhood, really close to my house. It was very traumatic for me to experience. I don't even know if I want to talk about this. I might edit this part out. I don't know. I don't think I want to talk about this. But I don't really want to get into the details because honestly, it's kind of crazy. I don't know. But it was in my neighborhood and I witnessed something traumatic happen, and it really affected me. And I didn't realize it affected me until I moved in here. And the neighborhood that I live in is not the most amazing. Well, my mom's neighborhood. I live from West Baltimore, so it's not like, it's not, you know, the hood, but sometimes not so safe things can happen there. I'll just say that. So when I was living at home, something not so great happened, and it really like affected me. Then I moved in here and my anxiety was through the roof. I was so freaked out to be alone. I was so freaked out. Like our place really didn't have that much stuff in it. I just was kind of just like a little weirded out, a little bit, not homesick. I definitely was not homesick because my mom lives pretty close, but like I wasn't like, I want to go home. It just was more like, this doesn't feel like a home. You know what I mean? Whenever Adam wasn't here, especially at night, like I remember when we first moved in, Adam was working nights one week and he would come home like super duper late, and I'd be home all day and sometimes all night by myself, and my anxiety was so bad I couldn't even shower. Like I couldn't shower. Every single sound I heard would freak me out. And you know, when you live in an apartment complex, there's obviously going to be sound. People live above, beside, below you, so there's going to be sounds. It was crazy, you guys. Okay, I don't know. You might think that I was exaggerating, but like it was really bad. And I've gotten to the point where like I can, you know, I'm more relaxed. I think I'm definitely way more comfortable here than when we first moved in, but like when we first moved in, it was honestly terrible. If you're someone who's living with anxiety, just know that you're not alone. And like I don't it feels weird to talk about this because like I don't want to seem like I'm like complaining, or I don't want you guys to think I'm like asking for pity or anything. This is just something that I deal with every day, and like I know that a lot of other women and men deal with this on a daily basis, and so I just feel like it needs to be talked about more. A big thing that helped me a lot with my anxiety was giving myself a routine, which I still need to film my evening routine for you guys. I've been promising that I was gonna do that. I'm gonna do that soon. But giving myself a routine, busying myself with things. A big part of my depression that I went through was because I would come home, I wouldn't go to any social events at school or anywhere. I really didn't talk to many of my friends. Like I said, I lost a lot of friends, and the friends that I did have, I honestly was pushing them away a little bit. I kind of just was going through this, I don't know, it was weird. And I literally have not talked about this to anyone but like Adam and my mom. So this is, yeah, it's just weird. So yeah, last year I'd be alone a lot. Like when I wasn't with Adam, or my siblings, I was by myself. I was in my room. I cried a lot. Sometimes I couldn't even control when I would feel sad. Like, I think that's when I knew I had depression, when the sadness would come over me and I couldn't control when and where it happened. It would just wash over me, like just a wave of sadness. And I don't know why I didn't do anything about it. I don't know why. I mean, I told my mom about it. I talked to her, like she knows, but she always told me like you should talk to someone, you should go to the doctor, and I never did. I think a big part of me wanted to just, you know, beat it myself, and I didn't want to seem like I was being dramatic or being extra, because I think in retrospect I have a pretty good life, which I'm grateful for, but at the same time you can't compare your struggles to someone else's struggles. So I think in my mind I was like, I mean, even though I do feel depressed, my life doesn't suck half as much as other people's lives, so I should just shut up and stop complaining. I think that's what I was thinking, and that's why I didn't like actually go seek help. But that's just so wrong. Like, it doesn't matter what you're going through. You could be the richest person in the world, the so-called happiest person in the world, but you know, some people still need help. It doesn't matter. Like, everyone goes through things. So I'm definitely going to get help. I had a therapist before when I was younger. Definitely want to like get a therapist again, because I really did like having a therapist. Therapists just cost a lot of money, and I think I'm just so focused on like, you know, getting things that me and Adam need and like focusing on school. I'm gonna be getting a degree hopefully in the spring, so I'm really trying to just finish school and, you know, really just focus on that. I genuinely love the area that I live in. Like, I think a big part of my depression is Baltimore City. And if anyone is familiar with Baltimore City, I don't know, it's just really depressing to me. It's not the most happy place. Like, I don't want to like rag on my city and act like, you know, it's super terrible, but Baltimore is just not the best. And it's not somewhere I'd recommend people to come for vacation. It's not somewhere I'm like, yeah, you should come to Baltimore one day. No. The area that I live in or lived in was just not like pleasant for me. Now I live super close to my school. I live close to all the stores I like going to. I live close to just like, I just feel like it's just a much more pleasant environment to live in. And yeah, I don't know, it just really made a difference. My days consist of filming. Oh my god, that's another big thing that like got a lot better, was I really couldn't, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but like it was really difficult for me to film like good content in my mom's house, because I don't know, it's just easier to film when you have your own wide open space. I live in a very small apartment right now with my husband, and it's not, you know, the most glamorous, but it's definitely enough for us, and it's in a super nice area. I'm sitting in front of a window. That's one thing I didn't have last year. I didn't have a freaking window I could sit in front of and like do my makeup. It's just so much more like calming here, relaxing. What you surround yourself with really like affects your mood. I guess the only thing I really do miss about living with my mom is just like, you know, seeing her and my sisters every day, which honestly sometimes I don't even miss that. If I miss them, I just go home and visit, and it's not a huge deal. I'm gonna go ahead and put my liner and lashes on and then come back. I'm sorry if I'm not in focus. I really don't know why my camera's acting stupid today. All right, so I just finished putting on my liner and lashes. I don't remember what the heck I was talking about before I put this on, but I don't really know if I like these lashes a lot. They're by Lilly lashes. They're in the style Paris, and like one of them is not the same as the other, and that's not okay because these are expensive, but it's cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and do my blush, highlight, and lips, and then that's pretty much gonna be it. I think I was talking about like what anxiety and stuff before, kind of just going off the whole anxiety talk because I don't really have anything else to talk about. If you're someone who struggles with anxiety, I suggest I'll just say some things that I've been doing. These are not things that any professional has told me. I'm not a doctor, but these are things that you might want to try if you have anxiety. So one of the things, oh, that's a lot of blush, damn it. One of the things that I've been doing is taking CBD oil like pretty religiously. Not religiously, but like I've been consistent, which is weird for me because I'm not consistent with anything. I can't take vitamins on a daily basis, like I'm terrible. But I've actually been taking CBD oil pretty consistently, and I've noticed that it honestly does help. Like even on flights, you guys, I'm a nervous flyer. I wouldn't say I'm like freaked out to fly, but flying definitely gives me you know, a little bit of anxiety. And I take it, I take CBD oil right before I fly, and it honestly helps me so much. If you don't know what CBD oil is a natural compound derived from the cannabis plant. A lot of people think CBD is weed. It's not weed. Weed has THC in it. That THC is the compound that will get you high, and CBD oil does not have that. It just has CBD. That's it. It really helps with pain, anxiety. One time I had a throat ache. I was in the car for like an hour. Me and Adam were driving home from somewhere, and we still had like a half hour left to go in the car, and my throat was hurting so badly. I didn't have any medicine. I don't even think I had water. The only thing that was in the car was my CBD oil, because I keep it in the car so that I can take it right before I go to school every day. And I took some CBD because that's all I had, and I swear it made my throat feel a lot better. It soothed it, like it was almost instant. Like, it's crazy. So that's been really helping me. Another thing that's been really helping me is journaling. I'm someone who writes a lot. I've been really big on writing ever since I was little. I used to want to be a journalist when I was little. Like, I was really like a writer. I always had a journal. I still have my old journals from when I was little, and they're actually hilarious. I should do a reading from my journal video, because you guys, it's literally all in there. I'm gonna spray my face with a little bit of Fix Plus really quick. Okay. Yeah, but I still have all my old journals, so I write in my journal a lot. Journals are just great. Like, I have a lot of things that I want to tell people sometimes that I just don't feel comfortable sharing with other people. You know, they're just private things, and that's what a journal is for. Like, you can literally write down all your inner thoughts. I write down every fight I've had with Adam, and I just need to like get all my rage out. Every fight I've had with my mom. Even when good things happen, I literally write it all in my journal. It's just like having a best friend, but like the best friend is yourself. So that's been really helping. Every time I feel frustrated or super hormonal or super sad or super happy, whatever it is I'm feeling, I go straight to my journal. Probably should write in it more. I haven't been writing in it that much, but it really is a big help for me. I think also when you're feeling strong emotions, mainly negative ones where you're feeling super sad or super angry, I think writing really helps, because it forces you to slow down. You can't write as fast as you think. You can't write as fast as your brain thinks. That's what I mean. So when you're writing down your feelings, it really forces you to sit there and like think about your feelings. Because sometimes when we're angry, our feelings are not always that rational. I'm gonna go in with a highlight, and this has been my favorite highlight lately. It's the Laura Mercier Face Illuminator in Indiscretion, and it's really pretty. It has like a pink undertone, and I usually don't go for that in my highlights, but this is just so good. Like, do you guys see? I feel like a hypocrite sometimes when I tell people to eat right and drink water and all this stuff, because like I am not someone who always does that. But I try. So I am going to say what you put in your body really affects how you feel, okay? And I feel like I've been getting so much better with my eating. I'm actually doing the keto diet for a month, and I'm actually going to document that, I think. So you look out for a video on that like within the next month or so. When I eat bad, I feel so sluggish. I feel so depressed. I feel so unmotivated. I don't want to film at all. I don't want to take pictures. I don't want to work. It's really terrible, and I don't have time for that, okay? I need to make money. I need to, you know, get my degree. I'm trying to make stuff happen this year, so I don't really have time to be sitting around feeling sorry for myself. So I've been really like cracking down on how much sugar I eat. I've been trying to work out, been not really working out. I've actually worked out a total of like maybe 6 times since I've lived here, which is so bad. It's something, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lipstick really quick. This is the Lil Stunna. It looks like this. It's so cute, I love it. And it's in the color Underdawg. I just feel like this color is fall in a bottle. Like, it's so fall. It's like the perfect burgundy color. And I actually did a video on my Instagram with this, and Fenty Beauty reposted it, which was so amazing. Thanks to you guys. I told all you guys to tag Fenty Beauty, and all of you guys tagged them, and they saw it and they reposted it, and I don't know, it just made me so happy. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. Use this lip liner. This is by Kiss, and it's in the color Dark Plum Purple. Kind of gives the lipstick a more purple look. but I still like it. What the lip looks like all dried down. Is so cute. By the way, I'm sitting in front of my window and like everyone's walking their dogs and like looking at me like, what the hell is this girl doing? Every time someone walks by, I'm just like and they're like I really love this lip shade. If you are looking for like a new fall lip and you just can't find the right color, I suggest getting this. This is not ad, okay? This is just bomb. This is bomb fire products by Brianna. This is the finished look. My lighting looked a little bit weird in this video. Please excuse like all the lighting and stuff. I still have to buy new lights and like new everything. Still have to get my filming set up in order. But yeah, that was like my little mini like life update slash anxiety talk. I plan to talk about more things, but I don't really have anything else to talk about. And I guess anxiety has been like a really big factor in my life lately. If anyone out there suffers from anxiety or any other like mental illness, or if you're struggling with something, even if it's mental or physical, whatever it is, like leave it down below and we can all just like talk, because I really feel like it needs to be talked about more. And this should be a safe space for everyone to be able to talk about what they're going through. And I'm just so grateful to God that everything's just getting better. I'm much happier. I am just so filled with gratitude and love lately, and I'm just really grateful, and I hope it doesn't stop. I hope everything just keeps getting better for everyone. I hope everything gets better for all of you. Even if it's already great, I hope it gets even better. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching and listening, and please subscribe down below, please. And I'll see you in my next video.